Hey YouTubers, welcome back. Okay, so I'm doing the June monthlies. This is going to be for my fellow Geminis only, since it is your birthday time. So happy birthday. This is going to be just for Gemini, and then I'm going to be doing the elements, but I'm going to be breaking up the signs in each element. So Libra and Aquarius, you will be on your own for air elements, and then I will do water, earth, and fire. Not in that exact order, but we'll see what happens, okay? So this is going to be for Gemini. Overall, June love relationship reading. I've already cleared these cards, so I'm just going to shuffle. We're going to get some romance cards, and then I am going to do a Cartomancy path to see where the energies lie as of now and what's headed up, throughout the month of June here. So happy birthday to my fellow Geminis. I'm a Gemini. My birthday is 6/6, so I don't know my fellow Geminis when yours is, but it doesn't really matter because we have the whole entire time, the whole month. Let's see. Any more messages? Oh, no, short. Okay, they just popped right out. Any more messages for Gemini? Yep. I want it out. Gemini, June 2017. Messages. One more time. Okay, that's it. Overall energy, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at play. Always. Okay, so let me just get these into alignment here. Okay, and let's get the Cartomancy out here. You can scroll through, of course, if you don't want to stick around for shuffling. Gemini, June 2017. Let's see what we got going on here for you. One more time. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. To the floor. Why not? Need to work on those abs, huh? I'm 17 right now. It's my number. Right back. All right. Oh, and look, the first card to fall out on the floor. Gemini. This is the air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? But this is the first card to come out directly onto the floor, so we are connected. So, you got flirt, separation, and playfulness. Trust, getting to know each other, true love, love yourself first, keep an open mind, passion, wedding, forgiving and learning. Alrighty. And the overall energy is worth waiting for. At the bottom of the deck, what's worth waiting for? Expressing your love. There is going to be a reconciliation. We need to clear our energies. Why? Because moment by moment, we are attracting into our life what we're thinking about. You are on a spiritual path. There could be children involved, but you have called in your soulmate. There has been some deception, but through that, you will understand you deserve love. There is some healing that needs to take place from what I'm picking up intuitively already. But you are going to be able to give your relationship a chance here. And why is that? Because your feelings are real and worth exploring. So what I'm picking up here, Gemini, is you have met your soulmate. Okay? This is a true love. What I am picking up here is that there are some karmic relationships that need to end if they have not already. You have met the lover of your soul, but you are in separation, and or you are separating in order to move forward to your true love. Now, there is a need here in order to have trust and faith in the unfolding. On the Cartomancy path, as the cards were falling out, you received both cautionary cards back to back following the karma card. Okay? This is indicating, yes, divine timing is at play here in the unfolding of all of this, but what you need to understand is that there's still some residual karmic energies that need to be released in order to move forward. Okay? This is where, and the way that the cards lie, okay? I'm sorry if you heard that. That was just like, I just slammed a bagel before I did this because I was getting hungry. Okay, so extending your lighthearted energies, okay, that's raising your frequency, okay? Think of yourself as, I always say, like maybe like a radio or a, you know, satellite now, so it's like old school TV when you're getting like that static and you're trying to like, you know, get the right channel there. Think of it that way, okay? When you are at lower levels of frequency, there's that static, but when you're in alignment with yourself, there's a clear signal, okay? But because you're separated from the lover of your soul, you're the person who is your true love that you have met, but you're separated from, there's a need for you to allow yourself to be playful, okay? Meaning, to recapture this back onto your path, which it's coming here, you have reconciliation coming, okay? And divine timing is at play in regards to when this reconciliation takes place. So what the angels are indicating here is that by raising your frequency, okay, this flirt card, extend your lighthearted energies, and even though you're in separation, you're doing this and you're being playful, you're, you know, letting your inner youthful self to shine, because Geminis are fun. We're fun, you know? But when someone hurts us deeply, we fall into these bouts of depression because we get stuck in our head and we try to pick it apart and figure out, why did this happen to us? It's because of our fears. We seem cold, sure. It's no surprise that the Queen of Spades, which is also the Queen of Swords in Tarot, is ruled by air, okay? You know, because we seem cold. We seem like that type of person. But at the end of the day, and depending on what your other elements are in your chart, Geminis really aren't. They just really aren't. They're just playful. We are playful, okay? And I'm picking up you know that a lot of people, or a lot of Geminis, met the lover of their soul and they lost that spirit. You know, it cut pretty deep, huh? But that's because it's now time to do what? Learn how to do this. Because this is always forgotten. It is. Or it was never even understood that this is what brought that person into your life. And the reason they fell apart is because you were using that person in order to feel good about yourself, and then they left, and you're in separation. But now the angels are stating you need to have trust and faith in the unfolding of this, because that reconciliation, let me see here. See, divine timing is at play here. And you're going to get to express yourself. But also the other person during the time that this reconciliation takes place. Now understand, these are the energies as of now throughout June. Okay? And what's going to happen there as you have trust and faith in the unfolding? That you're going to get to deepen your bond. You're going to get to know each other on a deeper level now. You're going to get to be able to express how you felt at that time. You know, what you learned during the separation. Not using that person as your focal point to, you know, why you ever felt sad or happy. The things had to happen in order for you to understand that you need to do this, okay? Because this is a true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. I have like full-on goosebumps right now, okay? But this is what the lesson was. There's a glare. I also can't figure out how to do this. My arms don't work when it comes to this camera, okay? So what the angels are indicating here is that you need to keep an open mind about this, because you're doubting. Because this person isn't any person like you've ever met before. And now, through this separation, you're like, all right, I've already dated the 15 karmic partners. They were all the same. I meet this person who's different from any of them, right? Somebody you probably would have never even looked at twice, but there was just something there. And now they left too. So you're losing all hope that there's anybody out there, because you're like, I went outside of my comfort zone because my comfort zone was not comfortable anymore due to all these jerk-offs, or BITCHs. You know? But that was all perception. It was you in relation to you and what was, you know, attracting into your life. Trust me, I know all about it. Okay? And it was unbelievable, because you're like, how are they all the same? How are they all the same? It was a reflection of you. So then you kind of got tired of that phase, and you wished and you prayed for this person and what you deserved, and they came in, but then they left. And you're like, what the hell? Right? Yeah, I know. But you got to keep an open mind about this. They may differ from your usual type of expectations, but because of this separation, you really need to learn how to raise your frequency, understand who you are as a person, and love yourself first. If you're not loving yourself first and foremost, it is impossible to love another on that level. You then become in codependent karmic relationships. And that's what needs to be cleared up now, okay? So, through this, keeping an open mind, passion is also going to return, because this card actually says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, okay? Now, we received wedding and forgiving and learning. There's two ways that I'm going to go about explaining this, okay? Because I'm clearly reading for a collective. This isn't for like one Gemini or two Geminis. So understand, and if you're cross-watching for a Gemini, understand also, you know, now you're getting maybe to understand a little bit more about how a Gemini's personality is, if this is their sun sign, you know, and it changes within moon and rising. You know, moon rules emotions, and rising is basically like your coverlet, you know, how the outside world perceives you. But Geminis are just fun-loving. They really are. And people say they're two-faced. Everybody can be two-faced. It's Gemini is a dual sign, so they can see different angles and different sides to everything. And you know, one person, like side pickers, like they're not. You know, they can see one side and see the other side. Like, I know my personality. Don't ever ask me to pick a side. You know, two friends aren't getting along. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop being friends with either one of you. That has nothing to do with me. Well, if you ask for my advice and what I would do, I always say I would resolve it, shake hands. Like, it's not worth hating each other. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just can't get two people on the same page. But with Geminis, we like to get along with everybody, you know, and we may seem flighty, sure, but that's just because we're always thinking on this and that and the third and starting a project, never finishing it, you know. And again, it just depends on where your sign, you know, where it falls in your chart or whatever. But, you know, this is going to be read two ways because this is what I'm intuitively being guided to say here. There's a wedding, excuse me, not a wedding, a marriage that is separating. And there is going to be some forgiving and learning that needs to take place because this Gemini met the lover of their soul. So they're leaving a karmic marriage in order to move on to their soulmate, the lover of their soul, okay? And there is going to have to be some forgiving and learning from the past. Again, going over past circumstances and situations that don't exist anymore is not the way. You know, I always say it's like, you know, ripping that Band-Aid off over and over and over again and keep putting a Band-Aid back on it. Let's talk about the past and then cover it up. And no, let it heal, let it breathe. Take the Band-Aid off, okay? Let's clear the air and let it heal. But if you continuously are going to keep bringing up the past, that's not forgiving and learning. You need to forgive yourself for the part that you played in it, you know, because everybody plays a part. We're always blaming the other person, but at the end of the day, it's you both were in the relationship. If you're blaming one person, then clearly you make that person responsible for creating your life, right? So you can't just blame that person. How fair is that? What if they're blaming you for everything and you're like, but I tried to do everything to hold the relationship together. But at the end of the day, if you're being blamed for holding it together, then you must have been failing miserably at everything because you guys aren't together. See what I mean? Like, you both were in alignment when you came together. That's where this passion all started. But then it was feeling as if you needed to be in control of how that other person was treating you to feel good, and vice versa. So it's time to release the karmic energies. That's why the two cautionary cards came out, and then the karma card. You know, the angels are cautioning to understand your frequency and what you're putting out. You know, if you're putting out doubt and worry about what's going to unfold, and it's in a negative mindset and focused on the past, you're going to repeat a past karmic situation again. And, you know, this person that you have met, that you're moving towards, is a soulmate, is a true love, is the lover of the soul. But you have to get rid of these past lower energies because they no longer serve a purpose for you nor this relationship, okay? Another way that this is intuitively coming through is that you could be moving towards, you know, a higher level of commitment here with the lover of your soul when this passion returns. But there's also going to be a need to forgive and learn from the past and the reason why you two separated. And also releasing, you know, the karmic partnerships that you both probably went back into, and being able to talk about those karmic relationships open and honestly and what you learned from them. And also what you learned through meeting the lover of your soul. Okay? Now let's go into the cartomancy here. Yep. You guys, everything's great. Yeah, look, check this. You got 3 6s in a row. I'm going to explain. Okay. So, first and foremost, my lovely Geminis, we got the Queen of Spades out here. Now, if there's masculine Gemini watching this is for both, so don't be offended, okay? This is for you too. At the bottom of the deck, this indicates telepathic communication. This is heightened psychic abilities, but this card also indicates that others could be affecting you and or the lover of your soul. Okay? But below that is efforts being rewarded. Okay? As you put in the work, your efforts are going to be rewarded. Because what needs released are these negative feelings. This indicates a gift. A gift. Of course, it's your birthday month. Gifts. But this also could be a gift of someone's time and energy being given freely to you. And who would that be from? The person, the lover of your soul, the person you want to come into union with. But what needs to happen is releasing negative emotions, fears. You're completing this. This needs to be completed. Because what it shows here is there is going to be communication and messages coming through of a separation. So, Geminis out there, if the lover of your soul was in a relationship or a karmic relationship, this is indicating you could be receiving communication of their separation. For Gemini, if you're separating from a karmic marriage or partner, you could be in communication about this separation with the lover of your soul. You know your situation. In order to develop this relationship, this indicates Cupid, the bringer of love, loving messages coming through to the person who you are on a spiritual journey with. Yeah. Because then we got the 10 of diamonds. Freedom. Freedom to move forward now that we're releasing all the negative and lower energies. Releasing the karmic partnerships. Okay? Now, I will tell you this much. There is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius out there that is completely ending a relationship with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That is the only other element that came out here. Okay? You know who the lover of your soul is. You know. So, whoever you're thinking about when you're watching this video is that person. I'm specifically calling out that there is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that is completely ending a karmic relationship and or marriage with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? So the first card here is financial stability. So, there's a lot of Geminis out there that are working on gaining their finances because they want a new beginning and a new phase of life. Okay? So working on your financial stability in order to gain, you see this? It's like, I can't figure this out. So awful. A new beginning and a new phase of life here. Okay? And this was ignited by the lover of your soul, right? This is who ignited this passion in you. because there is going to be healing that takes place. This is happy surprises, a second chance to redo things that come in twos. Okay? And as you can see here, how these are in the upright. This is going to happen. This healing is going to take place with this person. But your main thing to understand here is that you receive the 7 of clubs, evaluate before taking action, 8 of diamonds, careful planning and caution. Don't push things, and future success is possible, meaning the 5 of diamonds is the karma card, the cycle of life, you know, cause and effect, law of attraction. Understand that you're not to push up against the lower energies anymore, okay? Because by doing that, that's where a lack of progression then happens. And you're leaving this karmic relationship or karmic partner. If you're in a marriage, you're definitely completely ending this, okay? Because there's legal documents pertaining to the home, because you're moving towards your soulmate, you know, and there may be lack of communication with the lover of your soul at this time about this complete ending, and or vice versa. This could be the lover of your soul, you know, that you haven't been in contact with, Gemini. But you want a physical return. And this indicates a physical return. But what's lying in between this is this. Caution. Because you got to clear those karmic energies within yourself first. Remember? Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energies to others. Playfulness. Trust in the unfolding. Stop doubting yourself and love yourself first, okay? That is what releasing that inner karma is not holding others responsible for how you feel, but it's the feelings within yourself that is all that matters. And that's what's going to be reflected back from this lover of your soul. Because you remember how it was in the beginning. You remember. You just remember. And it just fell apart. Why? Because it had to. Because if you two would have remained together, you would have killed each other with codependency. So you went back to karmic marriages or karmic relationships. And now those are all ending because you guys are pulling each other back to each other. And they're, you know, and you've been working on your finances. You want a new beginning and a new phase of life. But there is healing that's going to have to take place. You got the forgiving and learning here, and you got the healing family issues too, okay? But there is going to be healing that takes place. But it's the healing within you and not holding others as the focal point to your healing. Releasing the karmic energies because there's going to be a physical return, okay? And even though you may not feel that this is coming right now, because this came out in the upside down position, this is also Gemini. The card of Gemini, okay? You're in the upside down position right now. Why? Because what I'm seeing here is you're either worried about the lover of your soul in a karmic relationship they could be in, or you are in a marriage that's ending. But it hasn't manifested itself yet. But it's going to. Because you have the ambition here to achieve success. And this is legal documents pertaining to the home. In regards to wanting to move forward with your soulmate, the lover of your soul, and even though there may be a lack of communication right now with the lover of your soul, there could also be some jealousy and possessiveness around it. As I indicated at the bottom of the deck, there's a 9 of diamonds. There could be people trying to hold this apart, but it's not going to work, okay? And what's happening here is this is a complete ending in order to have a new beginning. And here's that fire sign that came out. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But understand, this is ending. Okay? This is a complete ending in order for you to move forward with your soulmate. Okay? But what you must understand is that these are the most important cards in the whole deck that came out in this lineup. Because you have to clear that karma. You cannot hold the lover of your soul responsible for how you feel. And you also cannot hold others to persuade you in how you feel about this lover of your soul, and or the karmic relationship or marriage you're leaving, or this could be your partner, the lover of your soul who is leaving a karmic relationship. But this reconciliation is going to happen, and you are going to be able to express your love. The angels want you to understand divine timing is at play here. This has all been worth waiting for. Stop doubting and questioning yourself and release that karma. You're being cautioned to release the karma before the physical return. Okay? Because once that reconciliation comes in, you do not want it to fall back into a karmic cycle where you guys separate again and you fall down again. You got to rise up in order for this to just continue forward without any more separation taking place. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. I did highly. Yeah, so happy birthday to my Geminis. And I will be back with the rest of the June monthlies for all the other elements. But again, I'm going to be breaking up the signs and the elements. Okay? Love you guys. Bye.